What's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so let's talk about this Kodak Black situation. Now, Kodak Black should be riding high because he just got pardoned, from his case that he was in, man. So he had a case back in 2019, which was a weapons charge, and it was a federal case, which saw him incarcerated. But Kodak Black, man, he was blessed with a lot of other rappers and celebrities and different types of people on the last day of Donald Trump's administration, and he was given a full pardon for his federal charges. Now, this was a blessing to Kodak Black because he was looking at 36 months and he was having ongoing issues in the facility that he was at. They had to move him from one facility to the other because Kodak Black was making complaints and even filed a lawsuit against the Department of Corrections, man. And it was looking real bad for the boy, to be honest with you. I mean, a lot of people were reaching out to different news sources and trying to get something done on Kodak Black's behalf because they felt like he was getting a raw deal. Even though the story that came out on the guard's behalf is that Kodak Black was using illicit substances and was misbehaving within the jail and initiating a lot of the altercations that he got into. So we don't know who to believe in this situation, but it was a really, really crazy situation going forward. Crazy part about it is this story is nowhere close to being over. Now, before we get into all the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. All right, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about Kodak Black just a little bit. Okay, so Kodak Black should be happy, man. He's free, and the first thing that he does when he gets free is drops a new joint. So Kodak Black dropped a joint called Last Day In. Now, if you want my real opinion about this song, it sounds like Kodak Black's material, like most of the stuff that he usually drops, man. I'll keep it that way. It sounds like most of his music, it sounds like he hasn't lost a step, to be honest. It sounds like he just left from where he last dropped his last couple of joints back in 2018, 2019 or whatever. Now, that's a good thing. Kodak Black, I don't think on the music end and on the fan end is going to have any problem, man. Because this song right now, everybody's on social media, the fan pages and everything, up liking it. It's getting a lot of views right now. I'm pretty sure it's going to be trending before we know it. It's just one of those things, man. He's got the musical appeal and all that. But when it comes to his legal situation, this thing is far from over, man. Now, there is one new development that I could say might be a positive, or I don't know how it's going to work in his favor, but it looks like he's dropping his lawsuit. Now, for those of you who don't know, Kodak Black, he had a lawsuit pending against the BOP. Now, the BOP is the Bureau of Prisons. Now, they are the big dog in charge of all the federal prisons, I believe, and Kodak Black had a lawsuit pending, and he was basically saying that he was being mistreated while being incarcerated. Now, in the lawsuit, he alleged things like torture, being beaten by the guards or whatnot at the Big Sandy institution in Inez, Kentucky. Now, that sounds like a place I don't never ever want to be, but it seems like it was a place that Kodak Black was not getting treated right. At least that's what he says. Now, they hit back saying that, with a countersuit, refuting all his claims, and it looks like Kodak Black said, forget it. Since he had his string of good luck and he's been pardoned, he said he was going to pretty much, just drop the lawsuit. It looks like he went through his attorney and said they're going to drop his lawsuit, and, Kodak Black seems to be moving on. Now, just because he's moving on with that situation doesn't mean that the legal system is done with him, man, because it looks like the prosecutors out there in South Carolina, in Florence County specifically, man, they got something for Kodak Black, man. They definitely want to continue pressing charges because they said they've been pushing this thing for a while. The original charge was in 2016, right? And they're just trying to get everything together so that way they can get Kodak Black back to the state of South Carolina to face state charges. Because this is the catch, right? Just because he was freed and pardoned on the federal level doesn't free him from any pending state charges. So Kodak Black will actually have to face any state charges that he has pending case for. And that's some news that's been circulating around in the media for a while, man. Everybody kind of saw this coming, but it looks like, man, they really are pushing the issue there in South Carolina. Now, there was a story that was done by one of the local news organizations there, and they basically named it out specifically. They said that the 12th Circuit solicitor, Ed Clements, said, I'm a little surprised at what the president did, but we are pursuing the charges And he was just basically reassuring everyone that they still want to press charges against Kodak Black. Now, in some strange news, Kodak Black's real name is Dason Octave, right? But he changed his name legally back in 2019 to Bill Capri, allegedly. So they're going to be trying him as Bill Capri. And they even have his mugshot in this story where they're talking about the name change and also talking about the charges that are stacked up against Kodak Black, because the charges that they have in South Carolina against Kodak Black are very egregious. And even at the state level, they carry a maximum sentence of 30 years if he's convicted. Now, Kodak Black's attorney, somebody by the name of Betty Ashmore, said, "This charge is now 4 years old, which is telling. I look forward to working with Solicitor Clements in an effort to resolve this charge as we would with any other criminal charge in South Carolina." Now, that's basically his attorney saying that they're going to fight this tooth and nail, and they don't believe that this charge is legitimate, man. Now, that's what they're saying, not what I'm saying. I don't have any dog in the fight, but it definitely looks like, man, Kodak Black has a lot of fighting on his end to do still, even though he is free. Now, he just dropped a joint, and man, I think Kodak Black, the best thing for him to do is just to stay out of trouble. Because we all know that the old Kodak Black lived a turnt lifestyle, man. Him and all his sniper gang compadres, man, they were some wild boys. And you would constantly see Kodak Black getting into issues, man. He's getting a little bit older, man. Kodak's a rare person in this game, man, because Kodak came in the game so young, man. He was a child prodigy, basically, when it came to him dropping his first release. And now we see him as becoming a man and him having to deal with all the consequences of what's being thrown in front of him. And hopefully, you hope that it's starting to hit close to home, or that he understands, man, that his actions, man, are going to weigh heavily on how his freedom is going to be in the future. Because I doubt that anybody cares about the fact that he already got a free pass out. And not to say it's a free pass, but he did get a pardon. That is a blessing, man. A presidential pardon is something that, man, people have gone on wishing for and died in jail wishing for. You know what I mean? So for him to have that opportunity, you can't mess it up. You actually need to just get to the music, handle whatever's going on in South Carolina, and stay out of trouble. Now, as far as that new song that dropped, man, I think it's dope. And I like the fact that he flipped it on his head, because I think he's already did a first day out. And I think he said last day in this time, just so you guys understand, this is last day going to prison. This is his last day messing with the judicial system, and he's going to try to stay free from now on. Now, what do you guys think? Do you like Last Day In? Does that track do it for you? Or do you think that Kodak might have fell off a little bit? Or is it possible that Kodak came out with just as much heat as he went in, and you can expect a new hot release from Kodak Black sometime soon? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like to help the growth of this channel by making a donation, check that first comment pinned to the top. Now, make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.